Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Blunt Guts. Today I'm going to be talking about a pretty crazy story. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. Like, I don't know what to call this story because, like, it's just such a fucking, like, weird story. And yeah, boys, before I get any deeper into the story time, if you're a new viewer, I'd really appreciate if you guys subscribe to the channel, go like the videos. I got hella story times, I got hella, like, other content. And I'm also going to be making, like, way better shit, so tune in for that shit. And my bad if I'm, like, messing up words during this video. I'm, like, faded than a hoe right now. But yeah, boys, let's just get into the story time. Basically, this story takes place when I was 13. Now, on this particular day, I was skating with some homies. Now, if you're a frequent viewer of my videos, particularly the story times, you know that I'm a skater. And especially around this time, around 13, boys, I was skating every day, boys. I was going, like, miles away from my house. Just going to fucking skate parks and just doing, like, mischievous ass shit, like tomfoolery shit. Bro, one time I was in downtown LA waiting down at the bus stop, and we had, like, a little homie. He was, like, 2 years younger than us, and he just randomly fucking kicked some homeless lady that was sleeping on the ground out of nowhere, and the fucking homeless lady called him a bro. And he started arguing with her and shit, bro. Like, that's the type of shit that would be happening regularly. Like, I wasn't really doing shit, maybe sometimes, but I wasn't doing, like, bad shit like that, like fucking kicking homeless people. Yeah, at 13, I was skating every day. On this particular day, I was skating, like, at the mall with some homies. And it was getting pretty late at night, and the mall was, like, far away from my house, boys. Like, this mall was pretty fucking far. Not far if you were driving, like, in a car, but, like, for me, boys, I didn't, like, there was no more, like, all the buses that were gonna go to my... But for me, boys, me and my skateboard, bro, like, the buses that went to my house weren't even, like, going at this point. So I just had to, like, skate all the way home. So it's, like, 8 p.m. I'm like, alright, boys, I gotta div. I gotta skate home. Now it's dark outside, and I'm just, like, skating down this long-ass street. I'm skating, and I see, like, a guy all the way in the distance on the sidewalk. And he's, like, waving to me, like, waving at me to stop. And I'm getting closer to him, and I eventually come right up to him, and he's telling me to stop. And he's like, bro, MS-13 is down the street. Don't go down here. Don't go down here. Started talking about, like, how they pulled a fucking assault rifle on him or an AK-47 and, like, started pressing him and shit. And, like, threatened to fucking kill him and shit. And if you guys don't know what MS-13 is, I don't really know too much about it, but I know it's, like, this Salvadorian gang, like, this big-ass fucking gang. So, yeah, he tells me that, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, low-key, I'm trying to go home because he starts talking to me. And I'm like, damn, bro, I really gotta have a conversation with this guy right now. This guy, he looked like kind of a young guy. He was a young guy. It looks like he had to be like 19 or like 20. Like, he still had pimples on his face and shit. And he, like, had kind of like a teenager voice. He was taller than me. He was like some Mexican fool. Later, he tells me that he was in a gang. Like, he was a gangbanger fool. And we're just talking for like 15 minutes, right, boys? Like, we're just talking about, like, random fucking shit. Like, I don't even remember exactly what we talked about. I remember we talked about, showed me, like, his backpack full of fucking, like, stolen phones and stolen fucking Dollar Tree items and shit, like flowers. And then he asked how old I am. I told him 15, but in reality, I'm 13. But the reason I told him that, boys, was because, like, I was low-key starting to get, like, creeped out by this fool. Because, like, the look in his eyes was, like, kind of like a tweaker look, boys. Like, a crazy look. Well, not like a tweaker, but I'm talking about, like, yeah, like a sketchy vibe. So this fool tells me, like, he asked me if I'm Mexican, and he said that we're long lost, like, cousins or some shit. He said, like, we could be, like, long lost cousins or brothers. And he starts getting, like, hella hyped out about this idea. And then this is where I start getting, like, kind of fucking scared, bro. Because, like, his eyes are, like, opening all wide, and he's like, bro, we're long lost cousins, bro. Can I get a selfie with you, bro? And at this point, boys, I just tell him, like, alright, bro, it's getting late. I need to get home. And he just starts asking, like, questions, bro. Like, and this is where I start getting, like, sketched out, right, boys? This is where I started getting, like, sketched out, boys. Like, this is when I started, like, walking to the more populated area. Because when he stopped me, we're on, like, this dark part of the street. But I started walking towards this boba shop where there was, like, 10 people at. But while we're walking there, he goes on his phone and he shows me his contacts, right? And he's like, look, bro, I'm a rapper, bro. I got all these fucking rappers in my fucking contacts, bro. In the contacts, there was shit like fucking Enely Choppa, Drake, bro, and, like, all these fucking rapper names and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now, bro? This felt sketchy ass vibes from this fool, bro. And he goes to this contact that said the White House, and he calls it, and he just, like, whispers into his fucking phone. Like, he calls them and they answer right away, and he just says, come. And the other fool on the line just said, like, bet. At this point, I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, I was like, like so weirded out. I thought I was like gonna get robbed or kidnapped or some shit. This is when I start texting my dad like, come get me right now, there's like this weird ass food talking to me. And he said he'd be there in like 15 minutes, and I'm like, bro, 15 minutes, what the fuck? Yeah, at this point we're at the boba place, and I'm just standing at like little fucking waiting area, just like talking to this fool. He starts like skating on my skateboard, like trying tricks. I couldn't tell, like at this point I still couldn't tell if he was being cool or like trying to do something to me, boys, because it was like hella, I don't know, it was just a hella weird experience. Like I was getting like genuine vibes from this fool, but there was like this weird underlying motive or some shit that I felt. As I'm just waiting here with this fucking fool standing right by my side, boys, like he never left my side, boys, like he was always like right there. While we're waiting, this fucking car full of like real fools, like you guys know what a fool is. If you guys are like from America, you guys know what a fool is.
Hit legs, get in fights. I'm a felony.
It was like 5 fools in this car. 2 of them like open the door and stand up to dap up the fucking guy that was just like being creepy to me. They dap him up and they start like whispering to each other in Spanish, and I thought this was like some kidnapping shit, boys. I thought they were just gonna come out and just like start kidnapping me. But I was just praying that my dad would just get there already, boys. I was just standing there like looking at my phone. And let me tell you, bro, when that car just pulled up and those doors opened and I saw all those fools, oh my fucking, I literally felt my whole body go, I just felt it go cold. It really felt like my fucking heart like just drop out of my fucking nutsack. But they literally didn't do anything. They just got back in their car and drive to like the back parking lot. And thank fucking God my dad just like came quick as fuck, boys. Saw him, then I got in his car, and as soon as I got in my dad's car, bro, the guy that was following me pulled out his phone and like started calling someone. And while he started calling someone, he started running across the street full speed and like screaming at his phone and like laughing at his phone, bro. And then once he crossed the street, he was standing like on the sidewalk, and then he started like doing backflips in place and like crazy acrobatic tricks, bro. And he was laughing, and I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? At this point I was so freaked out. I like envisioned that car full of fools shooting at my dad's car, like following us home or some shit. So I just told my dad just to fucking drive, bro. Like I was so scared. But yeah, bro, at the time that shit was scary as fuck. It was just like it was a really weird situation, bro. Like I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, boys, if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate it very much. Show love to the channel, show love to the backup channel. I'll put the link down in the description. Stay connected, be yourself, and I'm out. Peace.